let's continue with Charlotte's chapter. So we wake up in a sanatorium that is completely empty. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier that we play as this tall black dude we saw at the beginning. He does actually have an important role in this entire game, but I'll tell you about it later. So after exploring the area a little bit, we come across a girl dressed in all white, blonde hair. This is Charlotte, by the way. And, well, what you can say about her? She appears to be very quiet and far more mature than other children her age. She has a serious illness and she needs to take medicine to survive. And she has a good relationship to Nurse Lucy. We'll get to Nurse Lucy in a minute, don't worry. Charlotte longingly waits for a promise to be fulfilled to go visit the Rose Garden when she gets better with her dad. Oh, and I think this information is not quite important, but let me just say it anyway. She also mentioned that her dad is a tailor, and with that you can say that he probably made her clothes, which is pretty unique. I love it. Yeah. So anyway, no one is there to pay for her treatment anymore. It's because her father went to war and he died. The lead doctor refuses to treat for her because no one is able to pay for her treatment. Nurse Lucy tried her best to persuade the doctor, but she doesn't have any influence on this, so she tried her best, but she just couldn't. And of course, we get to learn more about Nurse Lucy. So her full name is Lucy Baker. She has a mother who is ill and who needs to be treated. She has 2 little brothers and 1 little sister. Yeah, well, this tells it all. Treating for Charlotte by herself, she just cannot afford it, you know? Even though if she really wanted to, but she just can't. It's just way too expensive for her. And I'm not exactly sure, but there is this letter. Pause to read, by the way. And I think that can also represent the lead doctor's guild. I've also seen another theory on this on Steam, that it's from the point of view from a soldier, which is also pretty interesting and actually more suitable because, let's be honest here, the lead doctor is an absolute heartless and selfish asshole. But anyway, I really felt like mentioning this letter because I feel like the girl in the white dress, it pretty much sounds like Charlotte, so I don't know. But if you have another theory, let me know. Well, after some time, the atmosphere changes in the sanatorium. The sanatorium gets more, let's say, dirtier and looks more destroyed and abandoned. It represents Charlotte's condition, and her condition is getting worse. We come across this battlefield at some point, which is a pretty interesting detail, and it could stand for 2 things. It could represent how her father died in this war, and it could also stand for how Charlotte is battling with her illness to stay alive. Well, Charlotte believes that she still takes the medicine, but that it's a different medicine, that it's more sweeter. I mean, who would tell her they can't treat her anymore? It would just upset her unnecessarily. Now, we almost reached the end, and there is this long, dark, creepy hallway. That's the process of how she's dying. I find this hallway pretty cool, I have to say. It reminds me very much of Silent Hill. After we are done crossing this hallway, she's dead. But everything looks so positive and beautiful now because her suffering has come to an end. And at the end, we walk her through the rose path to her grave. And here we have another tragic fate. Now, let's continue with Ophelia's chapter, and with that, the most horrific chapter in this game.
It is very annoying to end this here, and I am very sorry. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching me talking about Charlotte and her chapter. It was pretty creepy, That is what I can say about it. But I can also promise you that Ophelia's chapter will be a lot creepier. That is for sure. And it will be the chapter I will be talking about next in the next part, so feel free to check it out. Or if you haven't watched the other parts yet, you can also do that. Or if you want to go like straight to the end, yeah, just do whatever you want actually. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what else to say.